Good morning from New York. Today, I'm going to discuss some important matters. The title, Wading in the Healing Waters, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump from a Christian perspective. I'm going to be covering a lot of material here, and let me give you some of the Bible verses that we're going to be looking at. John 5, 1 through 15. John 3, 5. John 3, 5 through 7. Luke 6, 38. Matthew 20, 12 through 16. Matthew 16, 24. Luke 6, 44. Matthew 25, 29. And Leviticus 19, 33 through 34. So there's a lot to cover here. Some of the points that need to be made are, well, in regard to Kamala and Donald. Well, what would Jesus say to you, for one thing? Who should you follow? Well, let's begin with John 5 through 115. This is about the healing waters. For those unfamiliar with the tune, I will give a version of a song, a few lines. Wade in the water, wade in the healing water, wade in the water, children. God is troubling the water. So, where does that come from, the healing water? John 5, 1 through 15, I believe. That's the pool of Bethesda. And what it says, let's see here. An angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. Well, Jesus healed him. This troubling water concept, what would be troubling the water? And how could we see that phrase? Well, the normal path of events, if the source of all love were to trouble the waters, that would mean creating a disturbance. And that could be seen as Donald Trump, troubling of the waters. Yeah. But how would that be healing? Well, you trouble the waters in order to get to the healing. And you have to disturb things. So Donald Trump's only a disturbance. The healing, in my opinion, could be seen as Kamala Harris. That's my view. And so I'm just giving a Christian perspective. I have many perspectives, by the way, and so do you, if you want to be honest. But Christian perspective, well, that's how I see this. And we need to be born of the water and the Spirit. That's John 3:5. Yeah. And John 3:5-7 includes being born again. I believe it was Nicodemus who was asking the question, who was terribly troubled, about the whole idea of being born again. Well, what does it mean being born of the water and the Spirit? Born of the healing. Nobody says that, but in my opinion, it means born of a healing. That healing comes from the empathy of Amazing Grace. Songs echo in your mind, right? Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound. So, born of the water, born of the healing, and born of the Spirit. And this, and then Jesus talked about, unless you take up your cross and follow after me. Well, taking up your cross is the healing. You're the feeling healing, which is something I talk about all the time in the channel. You have to feel what happened to you, to learn the helplessness around needs and so on for you, from damaged faith and love. And then you move on to seeing these are losses, and then you grieve the loss, you forgive, and finally you find remorse, and that remorse is a born again experience. That's repentance. That's when you see the most difficult thing, the person in you that hurt others, not just what happened to you. That because of this damaged faith and love, you've done all of these rather bad things. Yeah. And the love flow, to have that love flow, you need to have this kind of healing. And I say that taking up the cross is simply a somewhat sometimes uncomfortable self-reflection and experience of different forms of caring, different forms of love. Okay, that's from a Christian perspective. Um, and we've covered born again. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Let's see. Yeah, let's see where I've no, listed this in my notes. Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. That's Luke 6:38, by the way. Um, Let me get the exact quote. Oh, come on. All right. And it reads, give and it will be given to you. A good measure, pressed down, shaken together and running over, it will be poured into your lap. For with the measure you give, so shall you receive. I remember that verse. By the way, Trump can't remember a single verse in the Bible, seemingly. But he can hold one upside down. Wow. More symbolic than real. Well, I've talked about that in the channel, and so is Mike. And so is Alyssa, the three main contributors right now to the channel. All right. So if is that the attitude of the Trump Republican Party? No. It's about being stingy. Yeah. It's about hating other people, being fearful of other people. And that's not right. Okay. Well, the first shall be last. Yeah. Let's see where that's at. Matthew 20:12-16. Let's see. Hmm. I'm going to have to look that up too. Mhm. Yes, it says that those who were hired last worked only 1 hour, they said, and you have made them equal to us, who have borne the burden of the work and the heat. Well, all these interpretations. Okay, here's a little more. And the scorching heat. But he replied to one of them, Friend, I am doing you no wrong. Did you not agree with me for a denarius? Denarius. Take what belongs to you and go. I chose, I choose to give to the last worker as I give to you. Am I not allowed to do what I choose with what belongs to me? Or do you begrudge my generosity? So the last shall be first and the first last. So if let's take a look at how you're treating immigrants and how the Republican Party under Trump has approached that. Oh, they're coming in later, and we've created this wonderful country, and and we're receiving these rewards, and you know, then they come up and they labor here. You know that you wouldn't have breakfast in the morning without undocumented laborers toiling away. So, are you you don't want there's teaching you don't share. You don't give them a reward for their labor just as you would anyone else. Well, obviously, according to the Trump publicans, you don't. Is that a Christ-like attitude? No, it's not. It is not. Again, given it shall be given to you. Don't be stingy. Empathy and taking up the cross. Matthew 16:24. Let's see if I can. My notes aren't as good as the computer in front of me. The first shall be last. Matthew 16:24. 16:24. It reads, Then Jesus told his disciples, If anyone would come after me, let him take let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. What is taking up the cross? It means the hurt that you go through. I'm learning your helplessness to love. And the hatefulness and the fearfulness that you were trapped in. Your lack of faith in them. It's feeling it. Jesus hung on the cross and he says, Forgive them, they don't know what they're doing. But in this country, it doesn't seem to anybody gets forgiven of anything. So, I am your revenge, says Donald Trump. You really want to follow that guy? That's not in keeping. He said he didn't need to be saved because he didn't do anything wrong, and something like that at one point. You just can't make this stuff up. Uh, uh-huh. So he's telling you he's a little God. That he wants to be. And isn't there something about worshiping false gods in Christian teachings? Anyway, he's not someone you want to emulate. It gets worse, friend. Okay, picking fig leaves, Luke 6:44. I'll just use the old computer over here again. 6:44. 6:44. What did Jesus say? Each tree is recognized by its own fruit. People do not pick figs from thorn bushes or grapes from briars. Now he's talking about people and who you should follow and who you should not, who should learn from and not, and where you go to, what your go to guide your life in any sense. So it's a lot been said how God can use a imperfect man, yeah, but not an unrepentant one. And take a look at the two people here. Donald Trump, nothing but anger and fear pouring out of his mouth, getting everybody riled up. And is that the way? That's not the healing way. That is not the Christian way. You can say you're a Christian and you're following Donald Trump, but you're not telling the truth. You're not. I challenge you to read these scriptures yourself. Tell me you're following Jesus. You are not. The kindness that the Democrats want to show to strangers in our land, to the undocumented, the people who come here from somewhere else. What did Donald say? Dear old Donnie, he said they were poisoning the blood of the country. That's something that Hitler said. Heaven's sakes. What does the Christian Bible have to say? Let's take a look at Leviticus 19:33 through 34. Leviticus 19:33 through 34. Yes. What does the Christian Bible have to say? When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong. That goes for women too, by the way. You shall treat the stranger who sojourns with you as the native among you, the same as you treat anyone else. They come up here to be trading partners, respect that. They're working, give them an immediate green card. Otherwise, you're you're doing wrong. You're the ones doing the wrong. But worshiping greed, wow. That's what leads to an awful lot of trouble because Jesus, as everybody knows, or should know, he said that greed or the love of money, of symbolic need, is the root of all evil. You gonna let greed run your life, or are you gonna worship it? You know, oh, he's so rich. Don't be a respecter of persons, the Bible says. Don't treat the rich guy any better than you do anybody else in your meetings. It was referring to that. But in life, treat them the same. When a stranger sojourns with you in your land, you shall not do him wrong. You shall treat the stranger who sojourns with you as the native among you. You shall love him as yourself. For you were strangers in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. Okay, that's the Christian perspective. Now, the other religions have their perspectives, but all religions are at least an attempt to get people to be more loving. Sometimes they take a punishing route, which is what Jesus said he came to fulfill. And so we get that out of the way and, embrace love. So all you got to do is you got to truly embrace love. To embrace the source of all love is something that any religious person should be attempting to do. And in doing that, gets you out of this hypocritical role of accusing other people and so on. Donald Trump is constantly, he refers to people who are coming into our country as not just poisoning blood, but he's calling it immigrant crime, migrant crime. What a sick man. The real studies show that the people who are coming here undocumented are far less likely to do a crime than the people already here. So instead of poisoning the blood, and since they're also bringing children and we're an aging country, we need those kids, they are enriching our blood. So with all of these Bible verses, stop saying that you're Christian when you're following Donald Trump. Stop it right now. You are not. If you want to be honest, well, just that's good. Fine. You don't believe in the love that Jesus taught. Okay. Say you don't. Quit saying you're following him. Many are called, few are chosen. The people who are chosen are the people who truly have embraced the source of all love, have taken up their cross, they've felt their helplessness, so that they could unlearn it. That's taking up your cross. In Christian terms, there are other ways of seeing this from the different religious perspectives. And you should feel free to have the religion of your choice or none at all. You should feel free to do that. And I say the important thing is embracing the source of all love. The practice of empathy and awareness in all of your communications, whether inside yourself or with others. Bang. Politics is an arena for communication. Practice and follow empathy and awareness. Love. Wherever you are in the world, we're reaching out to you. Join our team. Subscribe to the channel, please. And comment so we know who you are. Will I be the only voice in the channel? Hopefully not. We're not aiming for that. There will be no shirts with my face on it. None of that. This channel is a little different. It's a channel for those who love and follow love and want to expand on that, who defend democracy and the good things that this country here in the United States and other democracies stand upon. And speaking of standing, if we don't stand together, we fall apart. Jesus mentioned that too. I won't give you the verse there. Look it up. It was about people accusing Jesus of doing his miracles from an evil source, you know. And yeah. Well, anyway, let's get on board wherever you are in the world. I hope that other people in the world will see this channel. The algorithms don't block us. We hope that if you're out there and you're seeing these things, that you will have your opinions and you will join our team. Yeah, a lot of ways to do that. And let's unify in any way that we can. And this particular channel, we want to have its voice be your voice. Yeah, so give us a chance. We're working on and have done some Zoom calls. We need people to attend those, both for the part that is recorded and the part that isn't, but determines what we're going to talk about. So, and share the videos that you agree with, okay? And do comment. If you want to comment and say something ugly, okay, that'll increase the visibility of our channel, just like any other comment. So, yeah, but we won't guarantee we'll keep those comments, because it just might poison our blood. I'm joking. You know, whoever you are, whatever your beliefs, even if you're following Trump. This channel loves you, but it's asking you to take up your cross, to feel the helplessness in you, the helplessness to love and be loved. Do that as you will. Be sensitive to yourself. And let that sensitivity pour out toward others. Let's be about healing and not punishing. Let's let the waters heal us. It's very noteworthy that Kamala, as part of her lineage, connected to the African American struggle in this country and around the world, so in various places anyway, toward freedom and away from the terrible treatment they received, which is totally unbiblical. Totally. So, and I think that her becoming the probable leader of the Democratic Party, which is a party more about love than punishment and hate and fear. Aren't you getting tired of the hate and the fear and the division? United we stand. But we only stand together when we love each other. Let's try that. And, okay. I'll leave you with my blessing. It's an Irish blessing. I didn't write it. Someone a long time ago wrote this. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face. The rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand, or her hand, or its hand, however you see the source of all love. And I'll also like to leave you with a quote from the great Carl Sagan. We are the universe knowing itself. Wow. That means we're all part of the same wonder that is life, that is the universe. And the greeting and goodbye in India that says the same thing. It's namaste. Yeah. So, namaste. Now, let that be my goodbye. Live in the wonder. Be the wonder. Have the respect of other people that the wonder they are deserves. Yeah. Namaste, y'all. Make a better day. You know you can. Namaste.